What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into the Incredible Hulk issue number 1, coming from the creative team of Philip Kennedy Johnson, Nick Clean, and Matthew Wilson. We are jumping into the Age of Monsters. Now, by all appearances, this looks like it's just completely skipping over the whole Starship Hulk, because it goes on to tell us that Bruce and the Hulk recently working together to close the Green Door, the metaphysical threshold that allowed fellow gamma-radiated individuals like Bruce's estranged wife, Betty Ross, to return to life after death. And then, in some kind of attempt to tame the monster within inside him, Bruce has seized control of Hulk's body by imprisoning him, by torturing him. But Bruce couldn't keep the Hulk locked away forever. Now he finds himself once again on the run in order to protect the rest of the world. To protect them from the Hulk. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we are picking up 1 year ago. We are picking up in Iraq. We have some individuals that have come down into this cave for riches, for the spoils. They have come to take whatever might be of value. But once they get down here and they start looking around, they quickly see that this is not the tomb of a king, that there are monsters down here. A place that was supposed to be filled with jewels, but all they see are bones, believing that maybe some of them might be mutant cadavers, but they're not even certain that mutants were alive this far back, obviously not being well versed in mutant history. But as they look around this place, they quickly start to turn. The leader, Trudy, picking up a skull. As she observes this skull, we see a transformation. Her head turning around, doing a complete 180. And she says that the Green Door is shut. As we see the monster come alive, breaking from the very skin of Trudy. This monster thanks all of them for coming down here, because now they are able to free everybody else. All of the brothers and sisters, believing that none now remain with the strength to deny them their kingdom, because the Green Door has been shut, and now it is their time to rule. That's what picks us up in present day, picking up at a small diner in Kentucky. This is where we have Bruce Banner, looking raggedy, looking beat up, looking like a drifter just coming off the street. He is coming to this place to quickly grab a sandwich and head out the door, with one of the customers starting a conversation with Bruce. They do have a really quick chat, but Bruce says he's gotta go, that he doesn't have time to talk. Before he does leave, he gives a dog a sandwich. He goes to pay his tab. And this is where he hears the voice of Hulk, calling him puny, saying that he had been warned, that he should have stayed away. With Bruce running out the door as quickly as he can into the woodline, he begs Hulk not to do this, that it is not their fault, and Hulk admits that it's not. It is Banner's fault. It is all his fault. With the transformation, we have Bruce Banner waking up in the woods a little bit later, having no idea what happened, having no idea how long he was out. As he wakes up and looks across the street, what he finds is that diner is completely destroyed. The words painted on the side of the building saying "your fault." With Banner hightailing it out of here, we are picking up nearby a young girl by the name of Charlene. And right now it looks like she's trying to take the vehicle in the front yard. Her father asleep inside because her grandmother had left her this Mustang, believing that it rightfully belongs to her. As they get the tires on, that is where the door opens up. Her father standing in the doorway with a belt in his hand. And while we don't see what actually happens, we do see Charlene running away. Bloodied nose, running as fast as she can. Her father calling out to her, saying that he is going to kill her. And so while she runs, we pick back up at the diner. The FBI doing their investigation. If this is who they think it is, they have procedures in place to take care of this. That if this is Bruce Banner, you have to wait for him to be in human form. And then they're gonna hit him with the sea guns to pour it on as hard as they can. But if he is in Hulk form, they are ordered not to engage, to keep their distance and just keep track of him. While the FBI discuss all of this, we see a handful of individuals making their way into the woodline, with this woman Trudy being called eldest. One of the people in her crew gets down on his knees and he begins to transform into what we can only assume is a Grendel, leaving the skin of the human that it was possessing behind. The Grendel jumps into the woodline to go track down the Hulk. Not too far off, we have Charlene that is running for her life, being chased down by her father. As she skirts off into the woodline, the father accidentally crashes into a tree. And this is where she sees it happen. The FBI have Bruce Banner surrounded. He tells them that they have to leave, that he is being hunted, that the Hulk is hunting him, that he's not playing Avenger anymore, that the fight currently going on is between Banner and Hulk, that Banner had won at one point. He was able to lock away the Hulk in his mind. He had him under control. But now he is out and he wants permanent control, telling them that it is already too late. We see the transformation as Banner turns into the Hulk, throwing these FBI agents around. He lets them know that Banner belongs to him and to tell Stark to leave me alone. As the Hulk takes off into the woods, Charlene observing all of this going on, she turns around to see that her father is still alive. Barely broken, but he is still alive. And she takes this opportunity to go lay one hell of a beatdown on him, punching his face into a bloody pulp. She punches and punches and punches until this guy's face is disfigured. As she leaves him there on the side of the road, she takes off into the woodline. That is where the Grendel finds him, taking the form of his body. We see the eldest coming up saying that you probably shouldn't have ate yet, that you were only supposed to eat after your task was complete. But he found him, the one that they call Hulk, the fractured son. And even more than that, Hulk and his vessel, they are enemies, because the vessel fears the Hulk. The eldest going on to say that if the vessel wishes to be rid of the god flesh he wears, this is all the better for them. But this is also where we see the wife of Bruce Banner. She has been helping them out along the way, but she is also letting the eldest know that Bruce will never let you have Hulk, and Hulk will kill you if you ever try. This is where we learn that this is the eldest child of the Mother of Horrors, and she calls out to all monsters of this realm, all who hide from the sun within shadow and dream, who dwell in the caves, all who men have named monsters, telling them that all allegiances they once owed are ended, that she commands them by the will of the once and future ruler of Earth, the almighty Mother of Horrors, to seek out the fractured son, the one men have called the Hulk. His spirit is that of a willful brute, that of the one below all, their enemy, but believes that his flesh is theirs by right. It is the key which they will free the Mother of Horrors, and they will usher in a new age of monsters. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now, this story doesn't necessarily skip over the Starship Hulk, but it really doesn't reference it. More than anything, it really glosses over everything that happened with Starship Hulk. This story really seems to be more a direct follow-up to the story prior to Starship Hulk. Nonetheless, we are back to focusing on the Green Door. So far, this looks to be a very promising story. Lots of different directions that could go, lots of different possibilities that are now on the table. And it looks like Charlene is probably going to be the new companion to Bruce Banner. Not really sure what her purpose in all of this is going to be just yet, but obviously she's going to play some kind of pivotal role. I like the idea that all the monsters are now being commanded to go after Hulk. They are being commanded to try and take him down, which means we are going to see a lot of monsters going against the Hulk. While I was a big fan of Starship Hulk, I think this is what fans, they really want. This is the story that people really wanted the Starship Hulk to be. This is the follow-up that everybody has been waiting for. With it starting off headed in the right direction, I'm very excited to see where the story's gonna take us. Me personally, I'm not the hugest fan of the way they have drawn Bruce Banner, having him look like some homeless dude just walking around, going through place to place. but it also kinda makes sense. Bruce Banner is struggling. He's having a hard time dealing with everything. He is unable to keep the Hulk in check, and so he is doing his best to stay away from civilization as much as he can. But as we saw in this issue, that can only work for so long. He can only continue down this path for so long. And no matter what, the Hulk is always there. He is always waiting. He is biding his time, and he plans for an absolute takeover. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything that has been going on with the Hulk, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50. From loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.